Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Hassan, and I'm back again with another video of the analysis. If you don't know how to analyze the forex market, this video is for you. If you don't know how to take forex entries, this video is for you. If you don't know how to go about the forex market and also knowing the direction of the market structure, this is your video. So just sit tight and then I'll be attentive as I dissect the market. Today I was not feeling okay. I was being so tired. I was not feeling like making a video, but I just said, for the sake of my people, let me make a video. I honestly didn't feel like making a video today because I'm so tired. I just come back, so I just felt like, let me make this video. And yeah, we proceed. So guys who have not yet subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel. It is your opportunity to subscribe to the channel, such that when the classes open, you're not going to miss out. The first 1,000 subscribers, I will share the link, and then you guys will be joining. I don't know who is going to help me sort those people, but I'll have a link to give you guys, the first 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe and be part of the channel. So I'm going to talk about three pairs today. One is CAD JPY. Then we shall talk about US oil, which is on the screen right now. We shall also talk about I think GBP GBP is kind of annoying, but we are going to talk about it. And then EuroCAD. EuroCAD is what we talked about yesterday, so I'm just going to give a quick update on what is happening on that end. Okay, so let us proceed. So this is US oil. So US oil, what do we have here? We had price that was ranging initially, but still we're in a downtrend. After ranging for some days, it broke down, retested, and then after retesting, I told you US oil was coming down here. And then I told you, if we reach down here and we tank, we don't show any signs of breaking and closing below, chances are high we shall be looking to start buying US oil, especially if it shows signs of weakness in the sellers. How do you get the signs? These indecision candles here. Whenever you see indecision candles at a place of support or resistance, just know the existing trend is weakening. So the moment we see this, chances are high we are going down. So first I told you we can enter on the closure of this candle if it is not a volatile pair like now US oil. US oil has a high pip count, so you cannot enter on the daily time frame. So after this closure of the indecision candle, you will drop down to the 4-hour or lower time frames to look for your entry structures that you recognize that can help you on your entries. I hope we are together up to that. So now US oil has reached here and it has given us this indecision candle at this level. However, right now you would be on the 4-hour looking for your entries going up, and you can see how I had put it there. So US oil was making something like a head and shoulder on the 4-hour. However, it is not one that was so clear, but look what has happened. US oil has retraced and it looks like it wants to drop. So I just put this here in case if it is taken out, US oil might be ready for that drop. However, if it is not, if price respects this area, price is going to jump up and probably we shall go to the upside. So what do? We wait for price to show us what it wants to do. Now today we are going to wait for the closure of this daily candle, because the indecision candle didn't give us anything significant. So what we are going to do, we are going to wait for the closure of this daily candle here, this one. Let's wait for the closure and see. If it closes below here, we shall wait for the next candle again to see if that candle opens and closes below, or it is going to come to the upside as we look for our buy entries. But if it fails, we shall be looking to sell up to this head here. But to be honest, I'm favoring more buys than sells. Why? Because this is just an area that has been broken, so this is the first test. In most cases, the price will put on the secondary test before it can fall down to either break here or retrace a little bit and break, because you are still in the downtrend. So meaning we have to be selling all the way. I hope we are together up to that. I hope guys you get what I'm trying to tell you. Let me first take some water. Okay, I'm back again. So I hope you get what I'm telling you guys. So this candle, I don't expect it to close as a bearish candle. However, if it does close as a bearish candle below here, then we are waiting for the next candle tomorrow. If it closes as a bullish candle, that will be a confirmation that we are going up. But we have to wait until price shows us what it wants to do. Also, if you look on the daily, this is looking like a low, a high, either lower low or equal low. If it is an equal low, then it's going to be a double bottom. Do we have divergence on that area? Let me check my RSI and see if that move still has some conviction in it. There is divergence, but this is not concrete. This is not concrete. We shall have to wait for tomorrow's candle, for today's candle to end, and we see if we have to wait for the one of Friday or we have to continue with this one. And now this is the beauty of trading with pure price action. You get to know what is happening on the chart other than predicting the market yourself. So okay, that is done. So I will continue to the next pair. This one, yes, well, let's wait for today's candle. We see how it is going to close. So the next pair is CAD JPY. So I have CAD JPY. So CAD JPY, same thing that I'm expecting on CAD JPY. Let me just remove this. So CAD JPY, same thing I'm expecting. And you see, this is the beauty of analyzing the market early enough. You do analyze it early enough, and then you let the rest flow. Because I analyzed this market, I think 2 weeks ago, and then marked my zone. So now I'm just waiting for price to do whatever it wants to do. All I do is adjusting where it needs to be adjusted, like that, and then I wait. So now price was ranging a little bit, went down, and then made a higher high. I remember this is a trade that I entered. I told you guys we have contacted the daily demand zone. After contacting the daily demand zone, we gave this indecision candle, and then when we dropped down to the 4-hour, I think my internet, when we dropped down to the 4-hour, this is what we saw. Why is it? Is it supposed to? I don't know. Why is it? When we dropped down to the 4-hour, it was something like this. Where is that? That's why I always want. It is here. Good. So when you drop down to the 4-hour, it was something like a double bottom. It gave us something like a double bottom on the 4-hour. This one here, 1, 2, 3, almost a triple bottom on the 4-hour. Now, when this level was broken, price went up, retraced. This is where we entered from. However, good enough, the next day when we came, price had jumped to the upside. Price had jumped to the upside. So now what we are having, okay guys, my internet is slow, so what we are having here right now, it is simple. We have a market that went and made a higher high from this previous high, and then retraced to back to this support area or resistance area that turned into support. So we are looking to buy from this area, probably go back to this high, and in the middle there we have around how many pips? 200 pips. So we are looking to buy from here to go here. That is if we get the confirmation. And what is the confirmation? You see this daily candle, if it closes like as it is an indecision candle, Then next tomorrow we shall drop down to the 4-hour time frame. To the 4-hour time frame. And what are we looking for at the 4-hour time frame? We shall be looking for something like a head and shoulder, a double bottom, any pattern or any break of structures to the upside that we see, and then we start looking for our entries using supply and demand. That is what we do. However, if we go there and see a clear head and shoulder, we just enter. Head and shoulder, the 4-hour at a place of support, we just enter. However, before we do that, we shall wait for this price to do whatever it wants to do. If it gives us a break of structure to the upside and forming a head and shoulder, we start looking for buys to bring price up to the previous high to make a double top. If it doesn't and breaks below here and starts printing candles to the downside, we shall be coming to this level here. I think you see, guys, how I'm dissecting the market. I will have to make sure I leave nothing unturned. And what I'm doing, guys, it is going to help you prevent losing money unnecessarily. I know someone will be like, now if you keep on doing this, you're going to miss a lot of trades. No, our goal is not to take a lot of trades. Our goal is not to take every trade. It is to take the most high probability trades that we can get. If we lose those ones, we will not be hard on ourselves. But if we lose any trade simply because we just wanted to trade, it's going to be a disaster on our end. So what we are going to do, let us wait for this candle to close, and then probably tomorrow we see what will happen. If it closes below and we see other candles closing below here, then we shall be coming down here to make an inverted head and shoulder, but that is so unlikely. However, if it doesn't and then starts giving me bullish candles to the upside, then I'll be looking for buys all the way up to here around 200 pips. So we are monitoring the situation here. I hope you are together up to that. Guys, the internet is disturbing, so you'll just excuse me a little. This internet, it's just... Guys, my internet is disturbing, so... And it is connected. I don't know why it is slow. It is connected. It should be on. And things that annoy me. Now it has gone. Guys, everything has disappeared from the chat. My internet is so slow. So slow. My Wi-Fi is so slow, you see. It is called the best net. Best but slow. Okay. It has come back. So let's proceed. I think I wanted to also talk about Chef JPY. No. Chef JPY is looking like coming back here to make a double top before it can drop. That is what I'm saying, because you see these candles that are lacking momentum. What you want to do, you want to wait for them to come and reach this zone. After they tap here very well, this is a double top. Start looking for sales up to here. That is Chef JPY. It's just clear, straight and forward. It's just a matter of waiting. So I'm just waiting. So now let me tap a little on this useless pair. This useless pair, GBP Chef. Guys, GBP Chef, I've been singing from here. I was singing GBP Chef. I sang GBP Chef is going to buy, is buying. GBP Chef refused. Bought up to here. Gave us around how many pips? Around 70 pips. It refused. It dropped and took out all the 70 pips. Now, I removed some of my profits and then put stop losses above break even. So when price came, just went through it. I said, okay, no problem. Then yesterday is when I entered again. GBP Chef stop losses below here. And then I told myself, if GBP Chef comes and takes out my stop losses below here, I'm no longer interested in it until when it shows me a clear direction. Today open, GBP bought around 80 pips up to here. Then here happens to be a supply zone on the 4-hour. Guess what? GBP very easily respected the supply zone on the 4-hour, and now it is selling. I'm really, I just feel bad with this GBP thing. It is not leaving this area. And this is what happens with the market, guys. The market can torture you mentally, and you feel like, let me just leave this thing and go and do other things. The market can really mean to torture you. Now, what is this really? How do you give me pips and then you take all of them? What do you mean? But the thing is that I know that GBP is likely to buy from there. That is a support zone, not only a support zone, monthly, weekly support zone, even daily. So GBP is likely to buy from there. So let me hope it is coming to react from this demand zone. Let me hope that is its plan. Otherwise, I'm so disgusted with this GBP. Yes, it has bought, some profits, but I'm disgusted with it because why is it not moving? Just wasting my time. So disgusted. And this is why I used not to like the chef pairs. These chef pairs can mean to annoy every time, leaving a lot of wicks, very long wicks. Whenever they are moving, they cannot just move straight. So now this is a double bottom. And when you come to the RSI, oh, you see the momentum. No one can deny that this is a higher low. So the momentum is high, the buy momentum is high, but somehow GBP is just refusing. It's just refusing to fall. I really feel bad about this. Let me hope it is going to move. So that is GBP. Now, let me tap a little bit on EUROCHF before I go to EuroCAD. So EuroCHF is here. EuroCHF reached our support zone. Remember, we said when we reach our support zone, time for buying. So it reached our support zone. That is a double, triple bottom. However, we are not buying yet. Why? Because it has not given us any confirmations. This is a good rejection candle from the downside, which is okay. But then there is nothing significant. So we have to wait for this candle to close. Then we shall come here to the 4-hour time frame. Look at the 4-hour time frame. It is very clean. If we get something like a break of structure of this side here and a pullback, we shall be looking for our entries to the upside. However, price can decide to make a double bottom on the 4-hour. We can also use that and buy because this is a demand zone. We can also use that and buy. But if price decides to break here and close down here, then we shall not be interested. So if it decides to buy, I know we might buy up to around this trend line, and then we decide whether we break or we come down. That is it. So now I'm going to go to EuroCAD. Yes, EuroCAD. So EuroCAD, guys, you remember what I told you yesterday, and this is, guys, I want you to observe this well. This is why I always tell you that you have to make sure that you protect your account first. So EuroCAD, yesterday I told you if it is to sell, it is going to come buy then sell from this area. However, when it reaches here, we want to see signs of sellers coming into the market. Have we seen any signs? No. Even this candle is very strong bullish. So there is no sign for sellers. So what do we do with the EuroCAD? Simple. We shall wait for a daily candle to come and give us an indecision candle or a huge rejection from the upside. Anything that shows that the sellers have come in, the buyers are losing momentum. So when I go to the RSI, do I see any momentum change? There is no momentum change on the RSI. There is no momentum change. The momentum is still up. You can see the momentum is still up. So this high and this high, they are almost the same. This one should be a lower high. So now let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how this one is going to end. Price dropped, reacted from this zone. Now it is stuck in here. and that's why I'm even not happy, because I missed my trade. If my trade was triggered, I would be in huge profits. It was this one here. Yes, it was this one here. Price did not come back to tap me in. Even this one, price did not come to tap in. So what happens is, if I come to the 4 hour, do I see any divergence? No. Even the 4 hour shows you that the momentum is still high, the buy momentum is still high, and we are crossing the trend line. So let's wait and see what is going to happen there. If we are to fall down, price is going to come and break one of these lows. So this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So if we are to come down, price would come and break one of these lows here, then retrace, then we can start selling. For now, we are not doing anything. What I can only do is draw a 4 hour trend line. That is going to be so steep, like that. So I can just draw my trend line there and then wait. As price is moving up here, all I want is price break to the downside, retest, and then we start selling. If it doesn't, then we shall be looking for only buys to the upside. This is why I always tell you guys, you have to make sure you know what you're doing. Don't just rush in because you saw a setup. Now you want to enter. You're going to be burnt. You're going to be burnt. Your priority should be preserving your capital. That should be your priority. And guys, I'm so obsessed with being right that I don't even care about making money. But for as long as I am right, that is where my problem is. So here it tells me our first initial narrative of selling is not buying. So let's wait and see what price action is going to show us here today, and then we shall decide on what to do next. For now, you're not selling or doing or buying or doing anything, you're just waiting. So let's wait and see. If we see an indecision candle and then sales momentum, then we shall drop to the 4 hour to look for sales. Okay, that is Euro card. Then we have let me see BTC. So BTC, we shall be interested in BTC until it reaches here. Only if it reaches here, that's when we shall be interested. If it is up here, it is none of our business. We are not into that game. So let's wait for BTC to either come down here or come up here. I think I've talked for long. If you've learned something, kindly subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Also, if the video has been valuable to you, don't forget to give a like. So that is all for now. We meet in another video. What else do you have, guys? Euro GBP. Euro GBP was here. Where has it gone back? Guys, Euro GBP has refused to fall. I thought it was going to fall today. It has refused to fall. It came up to here. I thought it was going to now start falling after breaking here. It has refused. It has refused. Okay, let's leave that down there. Then I have AUD NZD. AUD NZD also, I thought it is today that we break this low, but it came down and then it has gone back. Price does not want to fall. I don't know why, but today things are not moving. So what do? We shall wait. We are not going to force anything. We will wait until when price shows us where it wants to go. So that is all for today. Kindly subscribe to the channel. Also don't forget to like the video. That is all. Let's meet in another one.